Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Kaamna Jain and I work with nasscom. I'm delighted to be here today to talk to all of you about the importance of skill development. Today is 15th July and today is World Youth Skills Day. This is something that was started by the United Nations. Why, you may ask? Well, the answer is that skill development is such an important topic that United Nations decided to commemorate a whole day, 15 July, to create awareness about the importance of technical and vocational education and training. The theme for this year is Youth Skills for Peace and Development. Today also marks the day when the National Skill Development Mission was launched 10 years back. That is on 15 July 2015 by the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji. The mission has been making steady progress. More than 1 crore youth join the Skill India program every year. And to celebrate this occasion and mark the commencement of the 10 years celebration of the Skill India mission, we are happy to be here amidst all of you for an open dialogue, Kaushal Samvad, with our guest today, Keshav Walecha. Welcome, Keshav.
Thanks a lot, Kaamna, for having me today.
So, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Right, so good afternoon, everyone. My name is Keshav, and I've been part of nasscom the last couple of years. Before nasscom, I worked with organizations such as Barclays, Wipro, Sopra Steria. So nasscom, I'm working as a senior manager in the HR department, and we currently manage a complete HR process for nasscom.
Wonderful. It's very nice to have a senior HR person here to talk to our audience about skill development. So we'll get to know what are the skills that HR recruiters look for when they're hiring for jobs. Keshav, I'm imagining a world where the youth are skilled with the right skills to tackle all the challenges that industry offers them. Where words like innovation, creativity, they are not just buzzwords, but a way of life. But can you imagine how fast we will be on track to a Viksit Bharat if our college students are right skilled and they are grabbed by industry as soon as they pass out? Businesses don't suffer for lack of talent with the right skills, and there are no people who are without jobs. This is the world we need to build, right?
Sure.
And it starts with empowering the next generation with the right skills. So my question to you is, what specific skills do you believe are most crucial for talent to develop?
Interesting question, Kaamna. Thanks for that. And as you correctly mentioned, so where are we? Yes, we are on the right track in terms of skilling the entire country with the new initiatives that the government of India has been taking. So, skills, if I talk about, can be broadly classified into two parts. One is hard skills, and the other one can be professional skills. So, by hard skills, it means technical skills, functional skills, or core skills which are required for the role. So, for example, a coder would need to know and have language capability skills. If we have a person, say, from a business development background, they need to have skills such as stakeholder management, account management, right? And professional skills, I think these are some skills that everyone has to have, irrespective of whatever the job and the role you are in. So, for example, problem solving, learnability, decision making, adaptability, ambiguity, working with people, and etc. So, currently, from my perspective, right, irrespective of whatever role you are in, right, both of the skills play a very important part for you to be a successful leader. So, as you know, that technology is advancing at a rapid pace, so we need to be proficient in digital tools, right? The capacity to quickly adapt to this changing circumstances is very vital, and you have to be out of the box thinker. You have to ensure you collaborate really well. So yes, I think that is how we can approach and develop skills.
So I think what you're saying is we need to, the youth of today needs to have technical skills for sure, digital
Yes.
skills for sure,
Yes.
but hand in hand, he needs to have those human skills or the soft skills,
Absolutely.
which will make sure that he works well in a team and
Yes.
collaborates with
Yes.
others.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well said, well said. The thing that we are hearing most of all today, Keshav, is that people are scared that with technology coming in, technology is going to take away jobs, AI will replace humans. My question is a little different. My question is that rather than being scared of technology, is there any way that we can use technology in developing skills in our youth? And how can we ensure that the youth have access to this technology so that they can skill themselves?
See, absolutely. I think it's a valid question, right? And with how rapid the times have been changing in terms of the skilling ecosystem, in terms of what are the new skills that are coming into the market each and every day, right? So learning is democratized these days, right? It is not that it was limited, but now it is available everywhere, right? So and yes, technology does play a very significant role in this, right? In the skill development by providing you access to vast resources, digital platforms, both personalized and practical exposure to different skill sets, different learnings, right? So you get a wealth of educational materials that is currently available open source, right? And I think no one can describe better than we have a platform here at nasscom, which is the Future Skills Prime. So it ensures that learners have access to whatever they want. I think the best feature about this, you can probably choose your own path in terms of what is the skill set that you want to enhance. You get customized training spaces that, and with the industry initiatives that we just spoke little while back, that you have been doing as an organization has been massive. So yes, about Future Skills Prime, I think you'll be the best person to talk about that.
Sure, sure. That's my favorite topic as well. So, Future Skills Prime is a platform which has been set up by NASSCOM in collaboration with the Ministry of Information Technology. And we have courses on 11 emerging technologies. Not just that, we have courses in professional skills as well. Professional skills, when I say, I mean courses on decision making, creativity, problem solving, negotiation. We have those courses as well. And the best part is that these are all industry curated courses. We have industry specific courses as well. For example, we have a digital engineering program, which is a program which is designed by 55 SMEs from 11 organizations. So it has the industry stamp on it. So if you're looking for an ER&D career, that is the course you go for. Don't you have to stop me because let me tell you also about the BPM program, which is curated by almost 30 organizations. We have a digital fluency course, which also is a 30 hours course, which will give you information about all the available technologies and the applications of those. And the best part is that these courses with the NEP 2020 and the National Credit Framework, we have credits for these courses. So it's not like our students are doing something extra
Absolutely.
besides their curriculum. It is something that they will study, they will gain practical knowledge, application, hands-on training, and then they get credits once they complete the assessment.
Absolutely, and I can second that. I think whatever Kaamna is saying, I think it should encourage you to probably go log in and open your accounts in Future Skills Prime right away after the session. So it is very useful. I am personally on that platform and have really learned and earned a lot of badges. So yes, I would promote that everyone to use that as well.
And to share a little bit about my own journey, I think in terms of when we started out, there was a thing that you complete your college degree and then you're set for your next 30 to 40 years of corporate life. But I myself experienced that when I started, I was a student of journalism, and we used to have typewriters on which used to type our reports.
Yes.
The first thing I learned when I joined a news company was learning to type on the computer. That was the first thing. And then throughout my journey, I moved into research. I learned PowerPoint. Then I was working with the management. I learned Excel. So all these things, basically, it has been a process of lifelong learning.
Absolutely.
for
Yes,
me.
it is. It is.
So my question is that how do we foster this culture of lifelong learning and continuous improvement, in our youth, in the generation that's coming up? How do they know that they have to keep on learning?
Right. Kaamna, yes, it's a tough one, right? Because people typically associate learning to getting better promotions or better salaries, right? Not just the pure joy of learning. So it is always a difficult thing to associate to, right? However, we can start from the basic now, right? Which is the school education. Sorry, I'm just probably the audience would be a little younger in the age, but then yes, just to emphasize that and all. So the basic is the school education. I think kids should be encouraged to learn and to educate themselves, not just for getting good grades, but just to enjoy the process of learning, and that will help them get better with time, and you'll see those outcomes probably several years down the line. It is not something that you'll probably see like you'll have it at say 1 year or 2 year, but that's the process, and let the kids enjoy that process.
I think this message is more for the parents of the children who force them and
Yes,
vote them for better
totally.
marks and
Yes,
positions.
totally. Children have to be kept free, right? You let them enjoy, learn, and it's a process that they should enjoy.
I think
Right.
once they get that feeling that learning brings them joy, that is something then they will continue lifelong.
Absolutely. And then mostly like in the tech world, like we have two terms, which is say a pull strategy or a push strategy, right? So like with the push strategy, it is just about that. With the way the world is changing in tech, right? Most people are realizing that they need to contribute and to upskill. Uh, it is just about a couple of weeks to probably take up a new technology. So if I just share an example, Chat GPT, right? When it came, you won't believe we had say about 100 million users in about 2 months. And if you compare to say Twitter, which took 10 years, to Facebook, which took about 4 years, so times are changing, right? This means that even a reluctant learner will have no option but to go ahead and invest time in upskilling, right? And for the working population, the culture of the organization matters a lot. Do you encourage learning in an organization? I think we should incentivize learning, right? We should promote that. How do we give growth to people who upskill, right? How do we recognize those employees differently? So this is some things that we could probably adapt, right? Probably yes, you're right in saying we should start early with the education. We should always promote a growth mindset in there, right? We should encourage self-learning, right? And also, I think for say, I'm also a parent. I have a daughter who is turning 4 next week, right? The best part about it is I just like tend to free her, right? Not to say, okay, learn A, B, C, D. No, it's just a process. She likes to communicate through her drawings, which is fine. It's just a process. She's enjoying it. Let it be.
I
It will
think
take time.
that's
So
a
yeah,
great
that's fine.
that's a great example and great to know
Absolutely.
that you have this you give this free rein to your daughter to actually enjoy the process of learning.
Absolutely.
In fact, many times we find that when we start doing something, when we start learning a new skill, obviously we are not good at it.
Yes.
So that can be very discouraging and demotivating for a person because they feel that ये तो मेरे से हो ही नहीं रहा है, right? So what advice would you give to someone who is hesitant to start learning a new skill?
See, a valid question, right? And this is, I think, a lot of times every individual would face this issue, right? We just term it as peer pressure. If someone's earned a certification, why not me? But then, just to probably make a start small, right? You need to achieve something, break down into small different parts, break down small different obstacles, and then just enjoy the process which I was talking about, right? You'll really feel good when you complete one step, two step, three step to reach your ultimate goal. You just enjoy that process because you can't probably go learn anything overnight, right? You'll need time. So invest that time, right? Set realistic goals, right? If there's a workshop that you need to attend, there is an assignment that has been provided, or any other thing, right? Just set realistic goals by defining clear and achievable milestones rather than just pointing out something in the air. No, that is something that's not to be done, right? And just enjoy that process. Celebrate progress by acknowledging. If you think you've completed, go take yourself for a cup of coffee. Just enjoy that process. So it's all about having that positive mindset and taking those gradual small steps rather than just pushing yourself in achieving something. Just enjoy the process and you'll certainly be able to achieve more. So
No, you're
yes.
so right. We have to set, as you rightly said, not expect to achieve 100% on day one, but have those incremental
Yes.
learnings. In fact, I was recently at the NASCOM's Future Work Meet in Chennai, and in one of the sessions moderated by Sangeeta Gupta, we had Holly Prendler from Oceanary.
Mm.
So she said something very beautiful about lifelong learning. She said that get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Absolutely. That's really.
So
It's a deep. It's quite deep, right? And it
I'm
is.
actually stealing a line because I wrote it down in my book that get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Absolutely.
So I think, as you rightly said, all those things matter. You set yourself small goals, realistic goals, and you reward yourself for the little.
Absolutely.
Learnings.
And even our president, Dev Jani, she also says like to learn something you need to unlearn. So yes, that is also probably the same line, but then yes,
Yes,
it has to be.
yes. As they say that if the cup is full, you cannot add anything
And
more.
yeah,
in it.
yeah, absolutely.
Right. Now, coming to a more, as an HR professional, I will ask you what are the skills you look for when you are looking at resumes. But before that, I want to ask you, how do you see the job market evolving in the next 3, 4, 5 years from now?
See, it's changing every day, right? So if I talk about, and it's all about specialized skills, right? And it is not about it is just about how good you are in a particular skill, right? So if we talk about say how not about like how next 5-10 years, but say about how the next couple of years at best can be anticipated, right? In that, right, we divided into those who know how to use AI and emerging technologies, and ones who do not know it, and those who do not keep like upbeat with the current technology, right? They can be easily replaced. Sorry, right? But then yes, that's the harsh reality, right? So the most important skill in tech is learnability because the technology is changing very rapid, very fast. So adapting to that, learning it, and using it eventually will be a key. So for us as well, when we're probably doing that hiring or talking to a potential candidate, we look for these type of stuff, right? Maybe they might have a vast experience, but then what they know about the new technologies that have been coming in, how offbeat, how comfortable they are in using it. So this is something that has to be done adaptive. I think learnability is the key.
So, if you have two resumes, okay, one is high on degrees, so the
Mhm.
credentials in terms of degrees are very up there, and the second resume, okay, educational qualification is not that good, but the person has showcased the projects that he has worked on, he or she or they have worked on, and those projects, what has been their contribution, what they have been able to achieve. These are the two resumes. Now, if you had to pick one of those, how would you pick the choice?
See, obviously, you're doing say an MBA from say a good A grade school, like examples.
For example,
like
ABC.
ABC, right?
Yeah.
And then you have not from ABC, any other one. What the content is taught, right, is almost the same. It's about how much of a practical exposure or the understanding you might have,
Hmm.
right?
Right.
Both of them can be excellent in terms of their education,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
Irrespective of whichever college they come from, irrespective of whatever degrees they do, how well are they able to articulate and tell them about themselves
Hmm.
is the key,
Hmm.
right? You can be an excellent in terms of say securing a grade,
Hmm.
but then if you're not being able to communicate, right? If you're not being able to probably provide that why me, how I would be better, what do I know new addition, what all new skill that I learn, right? And nowadays, I think you'll see a lot of people are upskilling themselves by doing certification courses, even after a part of doing any other, say MBA or any other courses they might be doing. They're also upskilling themselves by doing short-term certifications, adding that skill. That is very important.
Yeah, right. You said that the ability to communicate what you
Absolutely.
have learned.
Yes.
So sometimes we see that the students in tier two and tier three colleges, they take up these courses, they have the knowledge. However, where they lack is the communication part of it. Maybe vernacular is an issue. So what would you advise them in terms of to develop those communication skills, because the knowledge is there, but they are having some difficulty communicating that to the recruiter.
See, uh, you're right, right? You're absolutely right in pointing out that. If I give my own example, right, I probably whatever communication that we have taught about schooling as well, but then it has been coming out and saying it, right? Not feeling ashamed if I've said probably not pronounced a word correctly, right? That is the mindset that we need to develop. See, overnight, no one would be able to probably be an excellent communicator or will be able to, but then that's a gradual process. So it's all about, which we mentioned earlier, setting up small targets, achieving them to reach the milestone.
Right.
So that is how I think they should probably channelize it, because if they have been doing the same thing like for majority period in the career, it's very difficult to probably change that over the night. But then you have some people who excellent resources from tier 2, tier 3 states who are able to communicate, and they have learned it.
So what are some resources that people can use to upskill themselves, or maybe wherever they're lacking? It could be communication, it could be.
So our own platform, there are a lot of courses that are available. How to oral communication, verbal communication. There are a lot of courses that are available. You have to probably read as well. I think reading is very underrated. But then reading really helps you to sharpen your vocabulary, right? It would help you to read a sentence in one go, and then it give you confidence.
Right.
So there are certain small bits that probably can help you to come out of that.
Very rightly said that you take up these courses and gradually develop your communication, even if it's a language that you need to learn.
Absolutely.
In fact, I'm reminded of an incident which I just shared. So there was this coding team in Chandigarh. So they were based there, and they had a client in Japan. This is in one of my digital addas. I think this panelist shared this incident. So that coding team was one of the guys was very good in coding, but not able to communicate with the Japanese counterpart because of the communication thing. So eventually, what happened was that the Japanese person learned Hindi to talk to the coder.
See.
So it's basically about bridging the gap.
Yes.
Anyone
And
can
he wanted to do that. No one
Yeah.
forced him.
He upskilled himself to get the job done.
Absolutely.
So I think we all, it's a great lesson that anyone can learn if they have that intent and set small things, small goals,
Absolutely.
take up courses, and since we are digital, we're talking about digital and technology. I also want to share that how nasscom is a part of the national strategy for AI implementation.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
And the government, and one of the frameworks that we have for AI fluency is that all 1.4 billion Indians need to have a basic knowledge of AI, so that they can use technology to just safeguard themselves and just not get not let their data get hacked, and be cyber secure, and to protect their identities. That's 1.4 billion.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then the next layer is the many layer, which is our software developers. People are using all the applications of technology, which is about 20 million. And then the top layer is the few who actually write these applications, who use AI to create products, processes which can improve our life and our planet. And just wanted to share that that is something that has been done by nasscom.
Yeah, I think massive work with that. So yes.
So how can an individual staying in a tier 2, tier 3 city stay ahead of technology and industry changes? How can they learn that this is what we need to learn? for example?
See, Kaamna, as we discussed in the beginning as well, right? So because of the technology, right, everything is available, right? I'd say on your phone, you have access to everything, right? So it is for you as an individual how you want to upskill yourself, how you want to go ahead and think about that learnability question. You can regularly research and stay updated on the emerging technologies. I think every day we have people talking about AI. What are the impacts of AI? How things are working in AI, right? What are the industry trends that are happening? What are the market demands relevant to the field of interest or profession, right? It is now available, right? So we need to take the advantage of the online. So this is, say, for example, the one of the sessions that we are doing today, and we have number of these kind of sessions that are available, right? So we need to take the advantage of the online courses, online sessions, webinars, seminars hosted, right? We need to stay updated with the industry journals, right? Publications, research papers, to understand all the latest developments that have been happening. So how you to stay ahead is probably use your smartphone for a little productive as well.
Absolutely. I think
So
rather than
yes,
mindless scrolling.
yes,
And I think I also would like to add that, in our sessions with industry, what we've also heard them say is that don't follow what your peers are doing. Identify your own interest.
absolutely.
The top companies working in that area, track those companies, see what are their job listings or their job requirements, what are the kind of news those companies are making, and then just keep reading and updating yourself in those areas. So I think that is something today. There is no excuse for a learner to say that I could not learn because of this.
It is available. It is all about your mindset.
It's about your mindset, how productively you
You want to use it.
use your time,
Yes.
use your phone,
Yes,
use your device.
absolutely.
So there is nothing to stop a person who wants to excel, who wants to upskill, and of course, as they say that AI will not take away your job, but a person with AI skills will probably.
Yes, true. So that is what we also discussed, right? So if you are upbeat with the new technologies, with the emerging AI trends technology, that's fine. If not, then yes, you can be replaced. So yes.
Absolutely. So I think wonderful talking to you, Keshav, and I hope the audience took away some of the insights that we have shared from the industry. That there are hard skills which you need to be aware of. You need to keep yourself updated, and along with soft skills, there are ample resources for you. Once you've identified what is your interest, which companies are the ones that you want to go for, or which technologies you want to excel in. So use your time productively, and use all the resources. There are a lot of efforts being made by the government in terms of the NEP 2020 and the National Credit Framework to make sure that you get those courses available so that you can be industry ready. So with that, I'd like to thank Keshav. Thank you so much
Thank you so
for being
much.
part of this session,
Absolutely.
and thank you to all the people who spent their time. Thank you so much.
Thanks.